the news broke on Friday, and the news was president of San Diego State University, President De La Torre, she sent a letter to the Mountain West commissioner and I believe the presidents of the Mountain West schools. She sent this letter on Tuesday indicating San Diego State's intent to leave before the start of the 2024-2025 sports seasons. And San Diego State, they are requesting a 1-month extension to the June 30th deadline. They're requesting for an extension so that they don't have to pay $34 million if they were to announce that they were going to leave, and they were going to leave in less than a year's notice, right? Like that's the deadline date. And San Diego State, their athletic director, J.D. Wicker, he has said in the past, like they can't pay that. So it's June 30th. That's the date. And they want a 1-month extension. The news of San Diego State writing this letter indicating their intent to leave, that's not really news, I don't think. Because we, at least San Diego State fans who have heard J.D. Wicker, they've heard President De La Torre, we know that they want to leave the conference. Yeah, they're going to leave the conference at some point. They intend to leave the conference. I think what's news is they want the 1-month extension. So what does that tell you about this Pac-12 media deal? Does this tell you, should this tell us that this media deal, yeah, probably not going to get done by June 30th. So they're asking for the extension. And they'll think the media deal will get done by then, and then they'll get the invitation and they'll go. I guess they're kind of risking not being in a conference for a year, because if they can't pay and they announce that they're leaving, so in 2024, 2025, if they don't get an invitation, or if they get an invitation but they don't join until 2025, 26, and they're not in the Mountain West because they already announced that they're going to leave, if that does go into effect, that they are leaving, because this letter, again, President De La Torre, she said that this is not their official letter saying that they're leaving. Like, this isn't like their official resignation letter. This was just a letter saying that they intend to leave. But the Mountain West is taking it as, no, you're saying that you're going to leave. So they've already started that process, and De La Torre was, I guess, pissed off about that. Now, with San Diego State, I think you should just announce that you're leaving. You shouldn't announce your intention to leave, because the Mountain West, why would they approve this 1-month extension? You're leaving the conference. So they want to get the $34 million, not the $17 million. If you leave by June 30th, or announce that you're going to leave by June 30th, you get an invitation, you leave, you accept it, you pay $17 million. The Mountain West wants the 34. So why would they want to extend this deadline? So we'll see what happens. We'll see if San Diego State does get this extension. I wouldn't expect them to get this extension unless, like, they would come to the middle. So let's say 17, 34, let's say the Mountain West agrees, like, yeah, we'll give you the 1-month extension, and you don't have to pay us 34 mil, but you're not going to pay 17. You're going to have to pay us 24 million or 22 million or whatever. You're going to have to pay us more than the 17 million. Maybe that's how the Mountain West accepts this 1-month extension request from San Diego State, but I don't think they will. I don't think it really benefits them. They're the ones losing out on this. They're losing their best team, their best overall school, a team that just went to the Final Four, a softball team that just went to the Super Regionals. Like, they were so close to going to the Women's College World Series. San Diego State's in a good spot, just athletically. And so the Mountain West, they're not happy about this. So they probably want to get the most that they can out of this. So we'll see again how that situation happens, or how it ends up happening. What happens? When does San Diego State leave? But I don't think this is a surprise to Aztecs fans that they're intending to leave the conference. Now it's just a matter of, does the Pac-12 get this media rights deal done, and does the invitation happen before June 30th? Because if it does, then San Diego State, they'll accept it and move on. If it doesn't, and let's say San Diego State doesn't get the extension, and it's June 29th or June 28th or something, and still no invitation from the Pac-12, and the Big 12 comes in and offers San Diego State a deal, does J.D. Wicker and San Diego State, President De La Torre, do they accept it? Because they're like, well, we can't pay the $34 million. Pac-12 still hasn't had a TV deal, or they haven't invited us. Do we just go to the Big 12? Or do they take the risk of waiting for the Pac-12 to make a real last-minute offer? I don't know. I don't know what would happen there. I personally, as an Aztecs fan and someone who's going to be going there, I want this team to be in the Pac-12. I think that just makes sense geographically. Be in the same conference as schools like Stanford and Oregon. I think that's appealing. But in the Big 12, it's better than the Mountain West, right? For the athletes, that might not be the best thing. And, rivalry-wise, geographically, maybe that's not the best thing. But it's still better than the Mountain West. So we'll see what happens. Look, San Diego State, they're in a good position, I think.